17 years now. I've just moved into a government entity on my 18th year of working for government. And I was a shop steward at the workplace where I was chairperson of the union. So which means daily I had to interact with my fellow employees. I have to address their challenges, what facing in the workplace. And most of them, I started observing some of them deteriorating in terms of their mental aspect, deteriorating in terms of their performances and stuff like that. I've been asking myself, what could be the cause? And one thing that was common was the toxicity that actually reared its head in the workplace. And most of them will always complain about the level of toxicity in the workplace. And I thought, what should one do to be able to address this? And I said, based on the fact that I've actually observed and also personally, I've once in my life then come across that level of toxicity personally that has now affected me. Then I said to myself, now let me pen a book that will be able to address this issue. And this is a topic that has never been discussed. And, I think people are shying away from talking about it. And I thought, let me be the first to be able to address this issue that has actually become a pandemic in society.
I'm really glad that you've chosen to address this topic. Like you said, it is something that a lot of people are shying away from and are not very comfortable talking about, either because they feel like there's nowhere else they can go, there's no platform for them to be able to address it, or they're feeling very afraid to actually confront the toxicity they experience in the workplace, perhaps for fear of losing the job or creating bad relationships with colleagues. But it is something that is incredibly important to address because we spend most of our time at work, and our working environment needs to be something that is conducive and healthy and something that we can function well in. And unfortunately, if your work environment becomes something that is toxic, your whole life starts to feel toxic, and like you said, can then affect your mental health as well as your personal relationships. When you're going home, you're taking that toxicity and that pain that you're struggling with at work, you're taking that home with you inevitably. So I really commend you on deciding to tackle a topic that everyone's a little bit afraid to talk about. And I know that a lot of people who